The aftermath of Monday's tragic storms, the American Red Cross needs help to help others. The phone lines are now open for WAAY to Give. Red Cross representatives are on hand here at the WAAY 31 studio to take your donations. We'll learn a lot more about that over the next half hour. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Meredith Wood. Here is a map from the National Weather Service pinpointing where tornadoes touched down across most of the southeast Monday and Tuesday. We've been telling you Limestone County and Lincoln County, Tennessee were both hit very hard by those storms. Governor Bentley was in Limestone County today surveying the aftermath of Monday's storms. Bentley and his wife visited Billy Barb's mobile home court where 2 people died. But 80 people survived by taking cover in an old storm shelter on the property. He also toured the community storm shelter behind Clements Fire Department where 200 people took cover.
It just shows that if we have safe rooms around the state, and that's what we're trying to do, community safe rooms like this that can save lives, especially in a place like this that where the homes are not quite as sturdy.
Bentley has already declared a state of emergency and is now asking the president for a disaster declaration to help cover some of the cost of cleanup. Hundreds of volunteers from across North Alabama are in Athens helping with that cleanup. Hines Street in Athens had a lot of trees down blocking roads. These volunteers are with the Colbert Lauderdale Baptist Association. They spent the day cutting up trees and getting them out of the way. This is just one of the stops the volunteers will make today, and they do it out of the goodness of their hearts.
Do this because we love God. And, we ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? And if you ask yourself that, then it's easy to get out here and try to help others.
Scott says their job is far from over and they will continue to help until everything is back to normal in Athens. There are so many families needing help all across the Tennessee Valley. Any amount of volunteering or donations can make a big difference to those who lost everything. We have representatives from the American Red Cross here at the station standing by to take calls of donations. WAAY 31's Aaron Dacey has more on how you can help. Aaron.
Meredith, welcome to WAAY to Give Phone Central. We've got all kinds of folks here from the Red Cross ready and willing to take your phone calls. 533-8609. They are taking donations to help disaster relief here in North Alabama. We've got all kinds of folks who have been here and been out in the field and see firsthand. We were going to interview Chris, but let's check in with Pat since Pat doesn't have a phone call just this second. Pat, you're a volunteer and you're out in the field and see all kinds of things.
I have been out in the field before. I've done DAT team and I've done beginning shelter work. It's always good to be able to help people in our own neighborhoods.
Why do you think that people need to pick up the phone and call right now?
Because this is how we help. We pay for food that we give to at the shelter. We take things over there. We have to pay gas bills for those herbs, those big things that are in the neighborhoods, delivering snacks and meals need to be paid for. And all of that comes out of the Red Cross budget.
Absolutely. And volunteers like Pat do this for free. So we encourage you to pick up the phone and give us a call, 533-8609. Be part of WAAY to Give. Make a difference for tornado victims here in the Tennessee Valley.
All right, thanks so much, Aaron. Good to hear those phones ringing. A lot of people do need that assistance. It's great the American Red Cross is out there for that. And, now is kind of the move forward time.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? The good news for these folks that are out there cleaning up with the Red Cross, the volunteers, the weather is perfect, and we're not expecting any rain, so that means that they can get a lot more done. Right. And a lot of times we have a lot of storms that follow systems like that. So hopefully this will stay that way. Let's take a look at what's happening out there right now. And you can see a blue sky there in Florence, a few clouds, but overall a pretty nice afternoon after an active couple of days here across the Tennessee Valley. Pretty good breeze as well. It's a little windy out there at times. Temperature only at 68 degrees. It's actually dropped in Florence here in the last little bit. Look at that west-northwest wind, 17 miles per hour. So very windy out there. 66 here at the station. That's from our WAAY 31 weather sensor up here on Montesano, and we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. And you can see a mostly cloudy sky over the Shelby Center, or this is the UH camera looking toward the Shelby Center. And look at that. It's nice to see all that green now. Everything's turned off green, and summer is almost here, but temperature is a little on the cool side at 72 degrees, a northwest wind at 15 miles per hour. Here's a look at that clearing. It's basically a patch of clearing right across north and central Alabama. We have clouds to our west, clouds to our east, and I think we'll see off and on clouds throughout the evening. Take a look at that forecast. There's your evening planner hour by hour. We're looking for temperatures dropping into the low 60s by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, around 61 degrees, and then into the 50s. So a little on the cool side out there late tonight. And look at these temperatures right now, anywhere from the upper 60s to low 70s. 72 right now at Huntsville International, 72 Arab, 73 Scottsboro, but again a little cooler just to the north and west of the Rocket City. Still in the 50s right now, Memphis, Little Rock, back towards Springfield, and that cooler pocket of air will slide across our region as we go through the next 24 hours. Here's a look at the forecast model. It shows that cold front pushing on off to the east, and we're looking at a few clouds here and there as we go through the day on Thursday. Notice the clock by 11 o'clock Thursday night, and then by 7 a.m. Friday morning, we're looking at high pressure remaining in control, and it looks like we're setting up for a gorgeous weekend. Let's take a look at what we're expecting out there as we go through the period. We're expecting those temperatures by tonight to drop into the 40s. In fact, we'll see those readings dropping down into the low to mid 40s across the region, and some areas could stay right around 42 degrees. We'll go 46 here in the city. Most areas between 40 and 45 degrees. Tomorrow's highs top out in the mid to upper 60s. Some areas may approach 70 down to the south, but still a pretty cool day. And your 7-day forecast, highs gradually warming back up by the weekend, but look at that. Good supply of sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. Great to go out to Whistle Stop, and you know, some of us will be out there also taking donations Friday night and Saturday, helping the Red Cross, so be sure and come out and donate there as well.
Nice to see nothing but sun on that 7-day, and I know the people at Whistle Stop would be glad because last year they had quite the rainy affair. So.
Yes, great weekend.
Great weekend, and we hope everyone continues to stay safe as they continue with that cleanup. Thanks, Spencer. We'll check back in with you. Now to some other news happening today. A body has been found at Lake Gunnersville Dam. The body was discovered near the upper side of the dam about 8 o'clock this morning by several TVA workers. Investigators are trying to find out who the victim is. Boat crews spent nearly 2 hours in the water to remove the remains. Sheriff Scott Wallace tells WAAY 31 the victim was discovered near a turbine. Investigators don't know the identity of the victim or if it's a man or a woman or really anything else about the condition of the body. The remains have been sent to a lab in Huntsville for an autopsy. 2 people from Trinity are facing charges after they allegedly posed as house cleaners to steal from a home. 23-year-old Justin James and 29-year-old Laura Mallard are both charged with theft. Investigators say the pair posed as house cleaners to gain entrance to a house where they then stole guns and jewelry. All right, we're going to check back in with the phone banks here in just a few minutes. Please be willing to donate. WAAY to give. The number to call 256-533-8609. We'll be right back.